Hey guys, it's me, Sorority, and today we're going to be talking about products I'm going to try to finish. Obviously not by this year, 2022, but products I will try to finish as a project plan continuing on into next year. I know project plans most people like to do in the beginning of January, but to me this is kind of like an emergency step just because I'm just seeing all my beauty products. It's everywhere and I'm not really interested in buying more makeup this coming year. Just kind of spend the first couple months just feeling what I have out, try it out. And hopefully this is probably a good video of just saying you already have good makeup or you have makeup you probably haven't reached for, so finish that first and be less wasteful is kind of my intent with my project pan going forward. And this is my first project pan for YouTube. First product is the La Roche-Posay Athenos Melting Sunscreen. I love this guy. I'm almost out, and I purposely put this in my project pan because I want to start small. So this guy right here, it's almost done. It's like right here. I love this on my body. It is such a really beautiful melting, almost like body lotion consistency of sunscreen. So anytime before I go out, I apply this on my hand. If I was wearing a sweater dress, for example, out in public, I would be putting this on my shoulders, on my décolletage area. That's where I'll be putting it, and I look forward to finishing it because I have one more in backup. The next product I'm ecstatic to get finished and hopefully get rid of is the Coverfx Gripping Primer Firming. I think I can tell it's somewhere like around here. There's not a lot of product in this tube to begin with, but I think my problem is with gripping primers. I think a lot of people who use gripping primers do complain like I'm using much more of a do your makeup or like much more of like a balmy or like glass finished skin. Because I'm doing that, gripping primers kind of create a pilling effect on the makeup because we're not wearing like that mattifying makeup anymore. So I'm just gonna use this as like my base and then put concealer where I want. The next product is going to be the Colourpop Luxe Lip Oil. I had this lip oil for a while. It's an okay lip oil. It's just like a lip gloss. I like this better than their lip gloss formula. I find their lip oils to be just nicer in general. This reminds me the shade of the Fenty one, to be honest. Bought it to try out the formula. The formula is fine. This is just not the one I've been reaching for. So I want to finish this and be done with it. This is in the shade Local Time. I don't even know if this is being made anymore because how Colourpop does production. So it's in and then it's out and then you can never find it again. And I feel like, side note, their collabs are becoming much more of like a drop shipping, like drop merch. Does that make sense? Like here it is on this time. Once it sells out, it's never going to come back. And it's kind of frustrating and concerning because like what if somebody buys it to review and then they cannot get the product anymore, or they buy it because they want it but they can't recommend it because the product is gone in a flash. So you see where I'm going with this? It doesn't bode well. Like I'm more turned off from buying collabs. I do like some of Colourpop's formulas or eyeshadows, but if it's like a limited edition, like collab exclusive, I'm now more hesitant to purchase, if that makes sense. And the next product I have is the Fenty Beauty Universal Press Powder. It's going to be help to mattify the places you want to put, your concealer or whatever. I took a break from this. This is one of the oldest powders I have in my collection. And I just pulled this out quite literally like last week, and I've used it pretty consistently over my Flower Beauty, and I want to keep that going because this is truly a beautiful powder. It helps mattify the skin, and I remember loving this especially back in the day because it was one of the very first few powders I could find that actually matches my skin tone. A lot of powders back then were either too orangey or too yellowy, and I realized the powders I was looking for was a pressed powder, and this was what it was offering at that time that actually matched my skin tone. So for that, I'll always be grateful, and it is a nice product on the go. And next is the Urban Decay Eye Primer Potion. This was one of my favorite eye primers back in the day. I'm not going to lie. It's really nice in making it hold your eyeshadow really well. I'm using it today in my eyes. It holds your eyeshadow well. It's like transparent. All I do is like put a skin tone powder on it or eyeshadow that's really nice and I'll hold it straight in place. Yeah, I've just haven't gotten a chance to reach for it because I've been in love with the Milani eyeshadow primer, and I know the eyeshadow primer from Milani feels very similar and it's cheaper, but I already own this and I already got it during the half off sale. So if I were to buy a new Milani, it's $9 and this was on the half off for like 11 or 12, very similar in pricing. And so I should put my Milani on hold and finish this because this is getting old. Like, I'm pretty sure this is probably going to get beyond the expiration date by the time I feel comfortable to finish this. So this is going to be done. And this next product breaks my heart because this product's not made anymore. It is the Becca Sun Kiss Bronzer in the shade Ipanema Sun. Becca's bronzer is literally my best favorite bronzer of like ever. Like, no bronzer I ever tried truly will ever live up to this. Like, this is number one, and then everything else is like below it. Nothing will ever truly beat this. I found one bronzer from Charlotte Tilbury. It's a cream bronzer, but it has a very like the Sun Kiss I'm looking for that's similar to this. But I have like two more of the Ipanema Sun. This is why it's in my project pan. I need to force myself to use it. Just because Becca is gone doesn't mean I need to stop or just make this like a hold on me for the rest of my makeup existence or my makeup use I'll be using for the rest of my life. RIP, because this was just so like a beautiful bronzer. Yeah, Becca was just that girl back in the day. I know Smashbox is like re-releasing some of their ultimate favorite products. I know it was mostly this highlighter and the under eye or the brightening corrector, but they need to re-release this because this was that good. And I just feel like it didn't get its moment, but I have to let it go. Let my love with Becca in the bronzer aspect, not the highlighters, although some of the highlighter shades I have to let go, but the bronzer is the first step. The next product I plan to finish is the Rose Blush, the Cheek Rose Blush in the shade Crown by Winky Lux. It looks like a freaking rose. It's so pretty. Like, it looks like it reminds me of something from Beauty and the Beast. It's really cute. Funny enough, the reason why I have barely gotten any use is because it's too pretty. Like, this is the makeup I knew early on I shouldn't buy because it was going to be too pretty for me to use. And I would create this mentality of not wanting to use it because it's so pretty, it's so special. But that's not how makeup should be, realistically. So I have been pushing myself to use it more lately, and I'm going to keep going through. And because I broke that mentality of, it's pretty, I shouldn't use it, now to like, I'm going to use it, I'm going to try to finish this up. Like, this is the number one blush I'm going to try to finish up, hopefully next year. And the blush shade itself, it's okay. It's like, okay shade. It's like a little bit lighter on my skin tone, but it is like pinkier enough in general. So we'll keep going with this blush. So I wanted to give myself a couple more options when it came to blush. So I put two more blushes in there. One is from Colourpop called Drop of a Hat. It's like this really beautiful shimmery, pinkish, peachy shade from Colourpop. And then this guy right here is from Fenty Beauty. This is their cream blush called Rose Latte. And it's like a beautiful, like nude-ish, for me, my skin tone. Like a nudish blush, and it's kind of hard to find a nudish blush for my skin tone, so I wanted to give this a fair shot. I know this is one of the probably like the lighter, like more like a wash of color, maybe not the most long wearing blush out there, but I do want to give this a try before I decide, do I declutter it in my makeup or keep it in my makeup. I think this will be a good choice for both, and this is one of the oldest blush in my collection, and yet I never touched. That's ridiculous. The next product I want to finish is the Sunbum Lip Balm in the SPF 30 in the shade Watermelon specifically. I've tried a couple of the Sunbum Lip Balm in different shades. I've tried the mineral one. I don't like it. That's probably my least favorite. And then I've tried the banana one. That's okay, but I think the banana one might be slightly better than the watermelon. The watermelon tastes like fake watermelon, like a very like specifically fake watermelon. I do not like. I like the mango one. The mango one, in my opinion, is the best Sunbum lip balm there is. So I just want to finish this so I can get back to my mango one and be happy in my merry way with that. For the face, I have this liquid Easy Drop. This is by the Fenty Beauty. I put this here, it's the shade 14, in my project pan because I'm reaching for this and I generally enjoy it. The next two products I'm gonna do is the Rare Beauty concealer. This is my favorite concealer of 2020, and because I love it so much and I'm already like halfway done, I decided to include it in my project pan because I want to thoroughly enjoy something I'm using. So that's why it's here. And then the Fenty Beauty Bright Fix Eye Brightener. This is supposed to be like almost similar to the Becca corrector, almost similar in that sense, but like a flexible kind of concealer at the same time. I want to give this a better shot in a different shade, I think, where this one's almond butter. It fits more like exactly my skin tone, where the lighter one probably be much more of a brightening effect, I feel like. So this is in here trying to figure out how to use it. I think I'm going to use this as like a regular concealer. Another product is the Hourglass Caution Mascara, the Extreme Lash Mascara. This mascara is one of the older mascaras I have in my collection. This is the second oldest. The oldest I still have and I'm trying to finish up and I can last leg is the Marc Jacob Lengthening Mascara. It's the last mascara they created and released before they shut down. I am not the only person who says this, but the mascara for the Marc Jacob Beauty was truly good. Like, I cry about it inside. This is my one and only one. I have that, the lash primer I'm trying to finish as well. It's in here. That one mascara left. The other one, the volumizer one, I finished it a couple months ago and I'm so upset about it. So I might go through a journey to find the new best mascara, but it's not this one. I don't hate this. I think because it's just one of the older ones just sitting unopened, it's probably why it feels a little drier. But even then, it feels like, it just feels stiff. Like, I feel like my brows feel stiff and coated, stiff, and like slightly volumized, where I find some mascaras I've tried made my lashes look fake, like beautifully fake, and I like that type of a look. This, for like a $30 mascara, I think is not as good as some of the other ones I've tried. So I want to finish this in the like 6 months, and once that's done, it's done. Now moving to brows, I have these two brow pencils. This is the Hourglass brow pencil in the shade Natural Black, and this is Ebony, I believe. Yes, so this is the brow pencil. I'm already almost done with the Hourglass. This is my favorite brow pencil I could recommend. I know this is a luxury high-end brow pencil, but it like carves my brow beautifully. It like is the thinnest fine brow pencil you can find. Hopefully this you can see, it's like the tiniest tip left I have. That's all there is. It's like literally maybe 2-3 uses of this left, and I also have to push it in sometimes. There we go, to make it sit. It's a luxury, but it's a luxury that actually carves my brows up and fills in the sparse area that I need it. I have pretty naturally like thick brows, or just like naturally filled in brows. The only places I have a problem with is like the tip right here. Usually is the tips, or like just like a little bit front, just like those. So it just fills where I need it, very like where I need it, and that's it. And so I want to repurchase this again, but I do have a couple of brow pencils I own. I have this from ABH, another ABH I'm decluttering, it's be another video. And then I have the, what was it called? Benefit. I have the Benefit brow pencil as well. So between these couple brow pencils and the e.l.f. brow pencil, I forgot I had that too, I'm good for a while, so I just need to use some of them up. I just feel like the ABH is no longer a favorite brow pencil of mine in the world of brow pencil anymore, if that makes sense. I think I need to try this one more time fully to make that determination. I'm not really impressed by the brow pencil by Benefit either. I really do love the e.l.f. one, and I do love the Hourglass one. Those are two wildly different price points. I know one is like $2 to $3, the other one is $28, $29. I love both, but this guy is right here. I have this much left. Hopefully you guys can see that. I think this is just, I think I bought into the hype of this one, and I think because the tip is not as fine as the Hourglass one, and because I found my perfect thinness that I like, this just is not something I'm reaching. So this is what I want to finish by the end of 2023, and I think I want to finish it in the first 6 months, hopefully. So this is gonna be, yeah, that'll be like 9 months. I think I could finish this in 9 months. And the last brow product I have is the Rose Ink Brow Gel in the shade Clear. I got this in a set earlier this year. So that set came with the blush, I believe the lip crayon, and then this. I love everything else I got. I love the lip crayon. I know some people have issues with packaging. I agree with that. I love the blush, but the rose brow gel, ink brow gel, in the shade clear, I think that's the problem with this. It's not something I enjoy and I want to get through, and I think it's because it's just a clear brow gel, just standard clear brow gel. And sometimes I like my brow gel to have a little bit of pigment because I just like to brush with brow gels, just go through and call it a day. So I think mixing it with a brow pencil and this, so like this will carve it out or create the shape I want, and this will just give the fluffiness I want. I think I'm gonna get through these. I hope. That's my magic thing with these two, and I hope it works out. And then for the eyeliner, this is the NYX Epic Ink eyeliner. This is one of the oldest, one of my only eyeliners in my entire collection. I see a bubble. It's always bubbles like on the side because it's like in the pressure in there for some reason. But this is a beautiful long wearing eyeliner. The problem is for me, I am not the greatest at eyeliner. So this is one of the products where it's gonna be tricky for me to finish, but I'm going to keep trying as far as I can, as hard as I can. So this probably will help me along the way improve me doing eyeliner in my makeup because I want to be good at eyeliner. And lastly, the one project pan I don't have with me because I can't find it, which is frustrating, is my perfume by Mugler named Alien Goddess. Alien Goddess, if you're wondering, does not smell like anything like Alien. I love both perfumes. Both of them are beautiful, but I've been reaching for Alien Goddess more, so I'm going to keep going with Alien Goddess as much as possible. And I also want to do, this is discontinued, unfortunately, because I can't find it anywhere online. I also have one more backup of it, the 1.7 ounce or the 1 ounce. It is by the Kat Von D, or back then, now it's KVD. So sad, they're not re-releasing it. The KVD vegan, called Sinner perfume is like the most like fall, like if like being Halloween was a perfume, not necessarily but like dark and but like sultry, that was the Sinner perfume. That is discontinued. I found one at TJ Maxx like last year and I bought it up and it was only 1.7 or 1 ounce for like $15 or $17. So I bought that again just in case, and I can't find it anywhere. So I need to get over that mentality that it's scarce now and try to use it. So that's why it's going to be used. So that's it for this video. I hope you like or subscribe. If not, that's okay. Thanks for watching. But let me know in the comments below, what would you like to see next? Is there, if you guys want to be seeing like maybe like a perfume collection, seeing what's my interest with perfumes, talk about perfumes. You want to see maybe like affordable options, or do you want to see like luxury options? I don't want a lot of luxury perfumes. I want to be there one day, but I'm not. I have more designer perfumes. Maybe we could talk about those, but let me know.